All right, welcome to the seventh commentary on my Musecasts. All right, let's just get started. This opening here is kind of true. Catherine would like me to let you all know that in fact we don't have a yearly competition for the tackiest ornament. I just thought it was kind of a cute way to introduce the ornaments that we did find. We do, though, make it a tradition to find ornaments one apiece every year, and I tend to try to find some tacky ones. That cap or that not caption, that image right there, the true story with Eric 2.0. Catherine actually designed that. I came up with the idea of having a new segment, and I told Catherine what I wanted, and Catherine is amazing. So if you liked that little graphic right there, then let Catherine know. Okay, this episode was kind of a pain. I try not to do episodes, and this is nothing against those who can do this kind of episode well, but I try not to do episodes where it's just me talking. Again, nothing against those who can do it well, but I find that I tend to not really be able to do it well, and in my head anyway, me just kind of sitting and talking to you for 4 minutes is boring. So I try not to do that, and yet I have this episode where it's basically just me sitting in front of you for 4 minutes talking. So I put in little things like this bit that you're watching right here, and little bits at in various spots. But for the most part, it's just me talking, and the problem with that was getting it under the 4 minute maximum. Because in addition to me not liking to just sit and talk, I also don't really like to have cuts in the middle of what I'm saying. So what that meant is I basically just talked and then recounted the two stories that I told in this episode, and then in the editing I had to trim away parts, but I could only trim away the very beginning of what I was saying or the very end. I couldn't trim away anything in the middle because then it would have that weird kind of jumpy cut that I'm sure you're familiar with. So the problem with that was that sometimes things at the beginning or the end were pretty essential, and things in the middle could have been cut, and ideally should have been to bring it under the 4. But since I don't like doing that, I had to figure out what else to do, which is why you might notice that this episode doesn't quite come together as well as some of the other episodes. The cuts, like even this part right here, I had a better intro into it before, where I said, people in the audience would say things like this, and then I had that bit, and then I came back to myself and said, and then after the show, once I asked them what they actually thought about it, they would say things like this, and then I would have a clip, and then cut back to myself, or possibly this, and so it just kind of flowed a little bit better. I think that the end result was fine. I actually like it, but I maybe don't like it as much as I might have otherwise. So those are just little things, little kind of sacrifices that you have to make, and it actually kind of it's thrilling to me because you watch like the finished product of a movie, and then you watch the featurettes on the DVD, and you're like, yeah, I guess editing's difficult, but it's all about just trimming away. It is all about trimming away, but it's exciting to find out what you can actually take out. And that opening at the beginning, I feel, is justified by this little pun right here. The tree is sappy, the sappy moment at the end. And I hope you guys appreciated listening to this. I appreciated doing it, and you guys have a great time doing whatever you do now.